Greetings one and all, and welcome. As we move through our life, we definitely go through a lot of experiences, a lot of trial and errors, ups and downs, and everything in between. And we can move through different periods of our life, periods where we are aspiring for a new way of living, whether it's goals, dreams, ambitions, ideas, whatever it may be. We're aspiring to reach those and achieve them. We then move into the area of our life where we are succeeding at achieving those same goals, ideas, dreams, ambitions. And then after that, we can eventually move into a period of failure or reevaluating, our life, and maybe getting to another level or improving the way that we are living our life currently. Despite what area of life you're in or what time frame, what I want to talk to you guys about today is us experiencing the feeling of living a successful life. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about what makes up that successful life, but what makes us feel that we are living a successful life. And I truly feel like we could talk about this for hours, but I always try to keep my videos kind of condensed so that we can share the information, give you some nuggets of information, and get you back out to making an impact in the world. So I'll do my best to keep this one moderately short, but there's just so much information, and not even the amount of information, but the quality. There's so much content in this that you can really feel and experience for the rest of your life. So how do we talk about this? Well, I have spent the last decade working as a firefighter paramedic, and if you are a healthcare professional or if you know someone that is, we are put in situations pretty often where we are dealing with patients that are dying or that have a major illness or injury, stuff that really, until you have experienced it or been in that kind of environment, know someone else that has, you can really see the change that occurs in the people, both that are in the event themselves but also the family around them. And so in many cases, while I'm transporting patients, some, like I said, in their final and greatest hour, they are sharing information, and I'm honored to be in that position to obviously do the best I can to render care for them, but also share that conversation with them. I feel like it is a lifelong journey that has built up to that one sentence or that one conversation where they are just sharing everything that they know, and there's just so much soul put into those words that hold so much weight. And again, like I said, it's just something that I feel by sharing it with you, you can carry it with you for the rest of your life and really change your life and never look back, okay? So what is the one thing that we can do to make sure that we feel as though we are living a successful life? I don't like to say must a lot, but I feel like this situation kind of calls for it because it's just that important. In order for us to live or feel that we are living a successful life, we must live our life or live your life. Now, I know you're probably thinking, I've heard this before, or this is something similar to what I've heard, or it's not really earth-shattering. I promise you, if you stick with me, I'm going to change your perspective on it and really break down these 3 words and show you how powerful it can be and really change your life moving forward. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the part of living. Now, this is where I could talk about 100 different things that really make up us living our lives. Personal things that we can do for ourselves, things that we can do for other people, things that we can do for the world. So again, a lot of different things, and I wanted to break it down to just something that's more digestible for us to, again, carry along with us throughout our day. And those 2 things that I narrowed it down to for today are us challenging ourselves and us taking chances. And what's cool about these 2 perspectives is that they kind of work synergistically with each other. So as you take chances, you're taking chances and are challenging yourself, and for some of us it's a challenge to even take chances. So as you can see, they really work together, and with just those 2 simple things, you can really start to live your life. And instead of just feeling like you are alive, you can feel as though you are living. There's a difference between having a heartbeat and breath and thoughts and actually going out there creating stuff, changing the world, changing your life, your family's life. you know, there's a definite difference between that. A pretty simple, funny story on, you know, my behalf has to do with me. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old. I'm not entirely sure, but I was in the pool with all my cousins, and everybody's, you know, swimming, and it was like a family barbecue and all this stuff going on. And I was holding onto the wall, and I guess I was just talking a little bit too much about how great of a swimmer I was. And my mom was having some issues with me learning how to swim. I was not very much into it, and so she took the opportunity to kind of come over and point out that until I let go of that wall, I'm not really swimming. You know, I'm gonna have to take chances, and it's gonna challenge me. And so, you know, looking at my mom, I wanted to swim. My cousins were around. I wanted to be able to enjoy with all of them. So I kicked off as hard as I could off the wall. That's about as far as I went, and then I went straight to the bottom of the pool. Survival instincts took over. I started bobbing my way back to the wall, and you know, I obviously didn't learn how to swim in that moment. Not that type of movie, if you will, but I took a chance and I challenged myself, and it was something that obviously before that I was having issues even doing that. So just that insight that I was able to get at that age, you know, I saw that I had to kick off the wall in order to swim. And so for many of us, you know, the pool could just be you at your business, or you with your family, or you trying to establish, you know, different relationships, or find your purpose and meaning. You know, the pool can symbolize a lot of different things for you in your life. And, you know, we can all be hanging on the wall thinking that we're doing stuff, especially when we're talking about it and feeling that by talking about it we are actually making progress on what we're talking about. It really just, there's a huge divide there. And in order to push off that wall, we have to take chances and challenge ourselves. And we'll come back to that story in just a minute, because it kind of evolves into some pretty cool stuff. So the next part is to live your life, you in particular. I'm talking to you. So it's very important to stay focused on what you have going on. Now, there are some times that you can absolutely look at what people are doing ahead of you, or if you have someone that you're trying to help that may not be on your level yet. But again, it's all of our perspective and how we approach it. You know, if we get on our high horse when we look at someone that's not on our level, that's not the way to look at it. And if we look at someone that's ahead of us and we get discouraged and we feel like we can never get to that level, then that's when looking at other people is just going to destroy us. If you have the right mindset and you look at it as, you know, a teachable moment and a learning moment, you can really develop a lot of new skills and become a teacher in a way. And when you teach something, it's a lot different than when you're trying to learn something. So living your life, you can look at other people, but I urge you to stay focused on the person in the mirror. You know, look at what you're doing. One of my favorite people of all time is Ray Lewis, and I love how he says that effort is between you and you. And it's perfectly put, because it is. You know, the person that's doing more than you, if they're doing 100% but they're ahead of you, then that's just what it is. If you're giving 100% of yourself, then there's not much more you can ask for out of yourself. The only thing that you can really ask outside of that is more consistency. Be persistent with it and do it every day. But outside of that effort, you know, 100%, you can't be mad at that. You know, that's something for you to hold your head up high, put your shoulders back, and be proud of that, of the work that you put in, the effort that you put in. And again, you can even look at the person that's maybe below you. You know, it's not right for us to look at them and say, oh, they're not on my level. But if they're giving 100%, then that's the best that they can do, and there's something that we should applaud to that, okay? So back to us, stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on your 100%. Stay focused on outworking yourself every single day. You know, it's important. As you do 1% every day compounding on itself, your life is going to dramatically change, all right? And so that's kind of what I did with my swim lessons. I kept pushing off the wall. I kept learning how to bob all the way back to the wall. I got a little bit better with my, you know, my kick and my stroke, if you will. And I eventually learned how to swim. So I put the work in. The effort was between me and me. And again, nothing as serious as what, you know, real life can bring us, but it's very easy to, you know, take a 5-year-old that's learning how to swim and point it out to what we're doing today. All right? So live your, and then the last thing is life. Life is so precious, and it's such an amazing thing. Like, I opened up this video talking about, I've been in many situations where people are at the end of life or have had very catastrophic injuries things that obviously were never on their to-do list for the day, and it happened. And that's my job. I share a huge amount of empathy with every single person that I run on because it's important. You know, they're going through something that was not on their to-do list, nothing that they wanted to do, so it's important to share that empathy. But that's besides the point. What I learned by sharing that empathy with them, and then of course, like I said, the stories and the feelings that they share with me just compound on each other and really solidify the fact that when you live your life, you be grateful for your life, you're happy about your life, and you enjoy your life. Okay? So many easy ways for us to look at the glass half empty and say that the world's out to get us and all of these things. It does take work and effort to really stay focused on the positives, but as you do that, it's just something that can completely transform your life. Okay? And now taking that same swimming story, I went from not knowing how to swim, I had to bob my way back to the wall. It took me a while to learn, but I eventually became a lifeguard, and I was a lifeguard for a couple years, which then sparked my interest in becoming a firefighter and helping people in a different way. And then firefighting led me to sharing all of these feelings, stories with all of these individuals that I've had the distinct pleasure of being able to be there for them in those moments. And it's all led into this, me standing here and sharing these thoughts with you. So something so simple and so subtle, something that may not seem so important, can really grow and evolve into something that completely changes your life. So one of the best ways to really wrap your head around this entire idea, it may sound a little morbid, absolutely not what I'm going for, but if you take yourself to the end of your life, or 20 years, 30 years, 40 years out, and you really look at everything that we're stressing about right now, the things that we feel are going wrong with our lives right now, it kind of, as we're sitting in that future tent, it takes away all those pressures. We don't feel them. We can see what we're dealing with right now with more clarity and just more organized thoughts without that overwhelming, feeling that everything's going crazy, there's chaos all around us. So, take yourself there and work your way back. Think about who you want to be, even 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 18 months from now, and work your way back to who you are right now, and just really see who you want to be standing there 18 months from now, 5 years, whatever, timeline feels comfortable to you, and just see what that does for you, because it's going to help you live your life right now in the moment. And of course, it's important to go to that future tense to really see how important and all of the things that we're worrying and stressing about right now, but where everything happens is here in the present moment. So go into the future, see and feel it, so that you can see what you're going through now with more clarity and understanding, but then come back to this present moment and take action. Okay, make sure that you're living your life, you're doing the things that are in alignment with the person that you want to be, whatever your timeline is in the future. Alright, so that's it for this video. Like I said, try to keep them down and short for you guys. I feel like this is a huge golden nugget for you guys. I hope you found it helpful. Absolutely share your comments down below. Let me know where you want to be in the future. Put your time frame. If it's 18 months, 5 years, 50 years, whatever it is. Share it down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Share this video. Like I said, I feel like this is one of those very important topics that a lot of people can learn from. So share this video with someone that you think can benefit from it, and help them out. I'm sure they'll probably come back and thank you for it, and maybe reciprocate with another video that they saw, and then you guys just start this whole building amongst yourselves, which is important. Having that accountability partner is a huge thing. We'll talk about that in another video, but share the video, hit the thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot more stuff coming out. Super excited about it. I'm working on the course that's going to be on my website, JonathanSantanaInspires.com. So look forward to that, alright? But until next time, guys, I'm Jonathan. I'm signing out. Peace.